Signing two-time All-Star infielder Bo Bichette to a 3-year, $126 million deal. The Philadelphia Phillies are re-signing three-time All-Star catcher JT Realmuto to a 3-year, $45 million contract. In the NFL, the Buffalo Bills activated defensive tackle Ed Oliver for injured reserve for tomorrow's game at Denver. New England Patriots Pro Bowl cornerback Christian Gonzalez has cleared concussion protocol and will play Sunday against Houston. The Patriots listed linebacker Harold Landry as questionable because of a knee injury. The Texans, meanwhile, ruled out receivers Nico Collins and Justin Watson due to concussions and listed right tackle Trent Brown as questionable because of an ankle injury. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have interviewed former Miami Dolphins head coach Mike McDaniel for their head coaching job. I'm Isaac Lowenkron.
All right.
I'm actually wearing a hat today, trying to manifest some Yankee magic because they haven't done a damn thing this offseason. I also want to say happy birthday to the great Dan Byer one last time. Hope he has a great weekend. I want to thank Dan Byer publicly for just adding a lot of, well, sometimes much-needed credibility to this show.
Happy birthday.
Thank you for being a part of it. Happy birthday, Dan Byer. I'm Covino. That is Rich Davis. Danny G is here, super producing. 877-99 on Fox, getting us ready for Brainwave, giving away prizes later today. Iowa Sam always here, looking handsome. Sam's on the videos with Spot, Covino and Rich FSR. Covino and Rich FSR, and we be rocking out. Let's go.
Oh, yes! Yes!
I see Lowenkron hard at work. He's like a mad scientist in there. Getting all the updates ready for you. And the biggest update of all, it's not even Bo Bichette, even though congratulations, Rich. This Kyle Tucker story is just ridiculous. And
you say ridiculous?
Ridiculous. Yeah, that's how we say it.
Ridiculous. What are you, Cam Newton?
It's ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
And I don't know if you saw this, but breaking news, Jesus has returned. And he signed with the Dodgers. I can't take it anymore. They signed Jesus. So, as the meme goes, I posted it at Steve Covino if you want to see that.
An emotional 24 hours for a lot of sports fans. We're going to go through the last, not even 24, I would say like 12 hours, 12 to 24 hours, where it's just been highs and lows for a lot of fans out there, and I'll explain.
When Rich says highs, he bought a new stock of edibles. That's what he means by that.
Let me tell you something. Last night, I'll tell you who really recovered, and that's Mets owner Steve Cohen. Yesterday, Steve Cohen was really he made a big mistake by tweeting out some cryptic stuff about wait for the smoke. Do you know what I'm talking about? You saw this. Everyone saw this on planet Earth.
Yeah.
You get the exact quote from Steve Cohen. He tweets out, and you're thinking, well, you don't tweet out like we're waiting for the smoke, like when the new pope is announced, unless, of course, you're imagining the Mets got Kyle Tucker. Would you not think that?
I mean, he was the name that everybody was talking about, and you figured once he was on a team, you'll start hearing the other pieces fall. You start seeing who goes where after that. That was the one everyone was talking about. Yeah, Kyle Tucker.
And then you're thinking, because I'm texting Met fan friends, like, yeah, Steve Cohen's he's not tweeting anything like that unless the Mets signed the deal with Tucker and they're just dotting the I's and crossing the T's, and any second now the announcement will be made. I felt, wouldn't you feel oddly confident in that
Yeah, if you're going to say something like that, right. You don't want to let people down. Seems like you're building them up for something big.
Let me know when you see smoke. That was the exact tweet. And that's, of course, a reference to when there's a new pope. They smoke comes out, and then they come out on the little platform, and they're like, the new pope is here. So you're thinking, let me know when you see the smoke. You're assuming that's the Mets signed the big star. And then I'm like, no way. Kyle Tucker, to the Dodgers?
By the way, so gross. So gross. But congratulations.
Are you joking?
Overpaid for Kyle Tucker, $60 million a year for 4 years. But hey, I'm not hating. I'm just stating. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous.
What is your thought, Danny G? I mean, listen.
Straight cash, homie.
When you're a fan, who cares about the money? You're not paying.
Yeah, but he's right under Shohei Ohtani as far as annual value for the team. Shohei, $70 million. Kyle Tucker, $60 million.
Fan base would want Kyle Tucker.
Juan
but
Soto's $50 million.
The
Aaron Judge is $40 million.
The Dodgers ownership group is playing Monopoly, and they just keep adding hotels and houses and property onto the onto the property.
And I'm not
there.
saying
that man his money.
I'm not saying he's not a great ball player. I wanted Kyle Tucker. Yankees, you guys wanted Kyle. Everyone wanted Kyle Tucker, but $60 million? I saw the numbers of what other Dodgers are making, and guys like Freddie and Mookie are making like half of what he's making. I don't understand.
No, I told you yesterday I didn't think he was a top 3-4
that's nuts.
salary guy,
it's
what the Dodgers needed, though.
Yeah, right place, right time.
I wish him the best.
He reaps the benefits.
I wish him the best, but when you talk about high-value players in Major League Baseball, I guess he's right behind Ohtani, as you said, average salary. But
put that in perspective.
Shohei Ohtani. Do you look at him in that
is at 70. Kyle Tucker's now at 60. Soto's he's 51. I said 50. Aaron Judge, who might be the greatest player of all, is at 40. But it's all timing. And like Danny G said, they needed him. He's going to add to their roster. It makes the Dodgers better. It's insane. Am I mad at it? Do I think the Dodgers are ruining baseball? No, I'm not mad at it. It just gives you something to
root against.
Absolutely. It makes it more exciting. Like, all right, let's go then. Especially if I was a Mets fan like you.
So yesterday, I go through the low of, oh, man, I'm a Niners fan, as you know as well. Fred Warner's not going to play. Well, at least the Mets look like they're getting Kyle Tucker, too. Oh, no. And then I hear Sam Darnold's questionable. Ooh, yeah. And then I hear this morning, I'm having a little sip of my coffee, and I feel like I happen to be there the second this message comes out on social media. I'm like, Jeff Passan. And then the boss hit us up, and he goes, Rich is going to be happy about this. Bo Bichette, who now looking at this, and I'm not just saying this, as a Mets fan, I'd rather Bo Bichette than Kyle Tucker. I like him. I think he's a big game guy, runners in scoring position. I feel like he's ready for that spotlight. I love this signing.
Ready for the spotlight? Just played in the World Series, brah.
No, but I'm saying he'll play in New York every day.
Better.
He just played in the World Series. He had pretty good spotlight, and he delivered. He's a great player.
He's a better fit for the big lights of New York City.
I agree.
Thank you. I said it. You didn't agree, and Danny says you agree.
I agree. He's a great fit, but I think he's already been in the spotlight. He's a big-time player.
I think Bo Bichette, and I'm happily cool saying this. What a great desperation move by Steve Cohen. Steve Cohen was pretty much told,
That's a pivot.
I bet you
it's
behind.
a great pivot.
I mean, pivot's the polite way to say it. It's a desperation, awesome move by a big rich guy. He was probably thinking, I got Kyle Tucker, and he's strutting around Queens, New York. And then they're like, no. Dodgers offered him $60 million. He's going there. Steve Cohen in that moment, his billionaire, he put it on the table. And he's like, who's that? Bo Bichette, get him. And last night they're saying the Philadelphia Phillies, the Mets division rival and just rival all around, had, I believe, 7 years, $200 million.
Pretty much done deal. They met the demands of his agent.
And Bo Bichette, who is all set to be playing beside Bryce Harper and everyone there in Philadelphia, makes a last-second change, and he is now a New York Met.
Good for him, man. I actually like that move. I like that move a lot, even though you didn't need another infielder. I think Bo Bichette's going to add a lot.
I think it works. I mean, look at the Mets infield now. It's wild that we're talking baseball.
I think that means the Yankees get Cody Bellinger, if not major fail.
What if the
I
Mets,
don't blame Kyle Tucker either.
What if the Mets swoop in and get
It's
Bellinger?
not impossible, and I'll tell you why. Luke Weaver was in the news today, and he said one of the reasons he went to the Mets is because he had so many great relationships there from the Yankees.
Yeah.
Those are his friends. He says he's great friends with Juan Soto. Half the bullpen, as you know, are former Yankees.
Mendoza was your bench coach.
Yeah, he wasn't given an official offer, so when he had the opportunity to go to the Mets, he's like, hell yeah, we got a chance to win. I know so many people there. He spoke very highly of Cody Bellinger. It's not impossible that Cody Bellinger goes to the Mets, and then the Yankees really dropped the ball. Kyle Tucker, don't blame him. $60 million a year to play for a team that wins. I mean, how could you blame him for doing that? You can't. Bo Bichette going to the Mets, I think it's a great move. Now, Yankees, let's see what happens. Because here's what's happening, I think, to every baseball fan right now. And I know we have a big divisional playoff weekend ahead of us. I think every time you see a breaking news story, you're just trying to see if it's your team that made that move. And I'm not seeing Yankees anything.
No, it's all football right now, but baseball stealing the last 12 or so hours of our life between
all the text messages coming into my phone the past 2 days are about baseball.
Don't worry, 50 to 100 million people are going to watch every divisional game this weekend.
I know.
But
I know.
I'm fine taking a football timeout for a second with Kyle Tucker
it's huge
and Bo Bichette, too big.
It's huge news because the Dodgers, as gross as it sounds, got even better. Shohei leading off, Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, Kyle Tucker, right field batting fourth, Will Smith catching batting fifth, Max Muncy, Hernandez, Pajes, Edman. Their pitching is insane. It is. Honestly, it's the greatest lineup that ever was.
And people are crying, saying there should be a lockout. You know, if that's the case and we're headed in that direction, the Dodgers should just throw caution against the wind and load up with some more stars.
There's got to be something done, but I'm not blaming the Dodgers for legally playing within all the loopholes and deferred money and all the stuff they're doing.
Here comes Scooble.
I mean, if Scooble goes to the Dodgers, that's where I will then be like, okay.
You'll take the scissors to the Dodger gear that you got your kids for Christmas.
I will put in a shredder. But as a Mets fan, you got to think who could compete with the Dodgers. And that list is short, right? In the AL, you're only going to have one team that has to do it. Whoever comes out of the AL, Blue Jays, Yankees, Astros, whoever.
Usual suspects.
Yeah, the usual suspects
right now.
Right? But
Red Sox got better.
When you look at the NL, of course, Philadelphia, the Cubs, there's good teams. The Padres will still be a division rival. But the Mets are that team that missed the playoffs last year, and they revamped. So I want you, from a non-Mets point of view.
I think they're the second best team in the NL.
Do you feel like there's a...
The Mets.
Because the reason...
You need a closer, though.
Because the Mets had terrible chemistry. They really are blaming the Mets last year sucking on the fact that no one got along. So let me ask you this. I'm going to give you the swap what we have now. The Mets said farewell to... Now, I'm putting Edwin Diaz aside because that's a fail. The Dodgers swooped in. Congratulations. But offensive players. The Mets have traded Nimmo, McNeil, and Polar Bear Pete Alonso for Semien, Polanco, and Bichette. I think that's sort of a push.
Losing Alonso and Diaz is huge.
I said Diaz aside.
I mean, how do you do that?
Because I just said the offense.
Okay. I mean, I think I still don't. Pete Alonso is.
You think Pete Alonso is better than Bichette?
I do. Yeah.
Then why is no one wanting to give Pete Alonso anywhere close to that money?
As far as big bat in New York, yeah. I mean, he hits bombs. Bo Bichette's a great player, but he's going to struggle. He's not a great defensive player. And where's he going to play? Third base? Good luck with that. It might get a little sloppy. I'm wishing him all. I'm not hating, dude. I'm just stating. I like Bo Bichette.
Think Pete Alonso is a good defensive player?
I think he's a gamer, but he doesn't have the power of Pete Alonso. He doesn't drive in runs like Pete Alonso.
I think
he's a great player.
Objectively.
Has a bigger personality.
Yeah, no, I like Bo Bichette a lot. Rich has asked me a question, and I don't think it's a push. I don't. I think Pete Alonso was still the guy, and the fans loved him.
No, but I'm saying those three guys. If I said
Bo Bichette's cool. I wish the Yankees
I
got him.
said Jeff McNeil, who's sort of like a sourpuss, and wasn't the batting champ he was 3 years ago. Him, Nimmo, I think Nimmo is always a little overrated. He's a good player. So McNeil, Nimmo, and Polar Bear Pete gone. You bring in Marcus Semien, who veteran, Polanco, who anyone that our boss who's a Twins fan is like, yo, you're gonna love Polanco. Guy hit 26 home runs last year. And Bo Bichette, I think it's close to a push. I think the big fail for the Mets is not signing Diaz again. That's the big one.
They'll make some moves maybe mid-season. We'll see what happens. Congratulations to the Mets.
How many
I think
Dodgers
Bo Bichette's great.
How many Dodgers make the All-Star game?
Oh, my God. The whole team.
Five starters?
The whole team. It's the first
Six
time
starters?
in history the whole team makes the All-Star team.
Probably 6.
Yeah, I would say 6.
Will
maybe
Smith. All right,
7.
Will Smith.
Maybe 7.
Will Smith,
Yeah.
Mookie, Freddie, Ohtani, Tucker. The NL All-Star game is going to be the Dodgers, and you add Juan Soto, Bryce Harper. This can be like it's the Dodgers plus a couple randos.
Ohtani,
Tatis Jr.
Snell.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's kind of gross, guys. The Dodgers just keep getting better, and the Mets are making moves to try to compete.
Trying. That made me happy this morning. So just a lot of big baseball announcements. Your thoughts on MLB and what could baseball really do? I know there's a lot of people saying, like, this is ruining baseball.
We've heard that before, though. We've heard that. Baseball's doing just fine. I think it makes it more interesting.
Ratings are as high as they've ever been.
Right.
Attendance is
Yeah.
up. It's hard to say it's
There's
ruining.
arguments on both sides. There's people screaming for a salary floor and a salary cap, and then there's people opposed to that saying that that's not going to fix what the real problem is.
I know there's rev share, right? Isaac, Danny, you guys might know a little more than me on this, so feel free to chime in. There's rev share, but is there a way that moving forward during the next so there's no strike when they negotiate, is there a way that there's a better rev share where small market teams maybe get a little more of the pie or something? Because you really can't compete.
That could be a way to, supplement the smaller markets. But then again, we need owners in those smaller markets that are willing to open up their checkbook.
I agree, but the owners in those smaller markets aren't pulling in the money that the Mets, the Dodgers, the Phillies. So there's got to be some type of compromise.
But they still are billionaires with a B, though.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think the blueprint for revenue sharing is the NFL, where the Kansas City Chiefs and Green Bay Packers, it's not a foregone conclusion that they're going to lose their own free agents that they drafted to major markets. So there's billionaires, but then there's NFL billionaires, but the same revenue sharing principles conceivably could and should apply.
Yeah. No, it's just, when you see a
So you have $1 billion instead of $100 billion.
Yeah, it's kind of like, you and I and Sam are billionaires. Covino and Rich, they're NFL billionaires.
There's a big difference. No, but there is a sense of like the Pirates ownership or like, a smaller market team, just they can't play ball with the big boys, right? And you could say, they're billionaires.
Billions and billions and billions
it's different.
and billions.
I don't know. I don't know what the solution is. If I was, then I would say, give me the job, and I'd be the smarty pants working it all out. But there's got to be some type of give, right? I mean,
well, are you going to be a sports baby about it? We're asking you, Fox Sports Radio Nation. I'm telling you, I don't think it ruins baseball. It makes me say, gross.
Well, no,
makes me want to barf. I think ridiculous. But I still think, all right, it's the Dodgers. Everyone else needs to step up. And, again, it makes it more interesting.
But easy to
There's
say.
someone to beat. No, because I see the social media feedback, even some of your friends, like, this is why baseball sucks, and I'm not watching this year. And there's a lot of angry fans about it. And I think you're just being a sports baby.
I
Your
agree.
calls at 877-99 on Fox. We're broadcasting live from the Fox Sports Radio studio. If you miss any of the show today, again, Covino and Rich, search it for the podcast, and the best of the week will be there. And we're streaming live as we speak on YouTube, Covino and Rich FSR, giving away prizes. So chime in now. I'm trying to pull up the chat. Covino and Rich FSR on YouTube, just to get some of your feedback. But definitely hit the subscribe button and join us live to watch what you hear.
well, look at what sport made a change that totally, I would say most fans could get behind, and that's college football, right? There was a time where, and it wasn't that long ago, that it was pretty much like, all right, who's going to be this year? Alabama, Georgia, LSU. There was one little handful of teams that could possibly win. Now with NIL and just the bigger playoff and the way things are structured, that opens it up bigly. And you just don't want baseball to become a sport where every year,
there's no guarantee, dude. There wasn't. The Dodgers struggled a lot last year. That's the truth. And they turned it on when it mattered. They just won when it mattered.
I know.
But it's not like they had it in the bag the whole season. They just came together and got healthy when it mattered. So it's not like other teams can't compete. They absolutely can. The Blue Jays competed really tough in the World Series last year.
I just think that if there were a couple other teams,
you're just crying about it. If you're like, I'm not watching baseball every game because the Dodgers. I'm mad too, but it's like, all right, now it's time to step up and play tough.
Don't be a baby. I agree with Covino 100%. But if some of the free agents just chose, even if there are other big market teams, like what I think is cool in your division, the Baltimore Orioles have made some moves. The Blue Jays have made some moves. The Yankees, the Red Sox, that division, to me, is like, wow, they're all trying.
Trying. And that's the key word. And I think my point earlier, Rich, what I was trying to say is some owners, it doesn't matter what market they're in. You remember when the McCourts, well, I should say the McCourt until he got divorced and all that, but when he owned the Dodgers, they were a laughingstock as far as spending money. Remember the old ESPYs clip? I think I sent it to you guys recently. It's resurfaced where I forget the comedian that was hosting, but he was cracking jokes about how cheap the Dodgers were. And they panned to Matt Kemp in the audience, and he said that Frank McCourt asked Kemp to look for packets of ketchup there at the ESPYs to bring back to Dodger Stadium because they were out of ketchup. So it didn't matter that the Dodgers were in one of the largest markets of the country. They just had a cheap-ass owner at the time.
K. Rain says, as a casual MLB fan, I find all these moves, especially the Kyle Tucker one, I'm assuming he's saying, I find it to be really interesting because now there's supervillains in the league. So even if you're a casual fan, you're watching to watch them lose. Like, they're very, even though they're likable, they're hateable because of this. The players themselves are likable. Kyle from Raleigh says Dodgers are the new Yankees. Kyle from Raleigh.
Raleigh.
It is Raleigh. That's what he wrote.
Right,
Chad Johnson.
Right, Ocho Cinco.
Matt says new evil empire, but we said that last year. It just got a little more evil. Bleacher Bump says Chicago Cubs are pretty solid, adding Cabrera from the Marlins and Bregman. That's true. You know what I mean? So chemistry, I think, still trumps talent. What makes the Dodgers interesting is that they have that as well.
Yeah.
And you just got to wonder, how are these new moves like Diaz and Tucker, how are they going to add or maybe take away from that chemistry?
Yeah. Well, as the old saying goes from The Dark Knight, you either die a hero or you live long enough to become the villain. And I think the Dodgers right now are slowly but surely. They go from the likable Dodgers to, I think there will be a man, I hope the Dodgers lose. I think that will be a sentiment by a lot of fans on a lot of smaller market teams. Like the Dodgers will not be the, oh man, they're
I don't remember Matt Harvey saying that.
Oh, not that different Dark Knight.
Oh, my bad. All right. So thanks. All your feedback is coming in. Nature Boy says Dodgers were one pitch away from a failed season. They needed Tucker. And I think that's what we're forgetting. Like other teams were competing. Yeah. Stop being a baby. That's the moral of this story. Jay Stevens, 5687 on the chat, says teams aren't drafting themselves into greatness in baseball. It's all about free agency. And if this is the way free agency works, there's no way for your team to get better, frankly. Matt199 says it's like Brady's Patriots. Danny Riley, Dodgers are villains. If you can't beat them, join them. Wu-Tang, Dodgers #1. That's from Steve Lopez. I will say this. You can't really compare him to the Yankees of the dynasty because there was so many core homegrown Yankees. There's only a few from the Dodgers. A few nobodies, if you ask me. So that's the big difference. And I also want to make that clear. People keep comparing it to the Yankees. The core four were all homegrown dudes.
Yeah, but the Yankees in that time were going out and getting all the big names.
Nothing like right now.
No, I agree. Nothing.
That's
like,
all I'm saying. Nothing like right now.
This is like the '90s Yankees.
Next level.
This is
crazy.
like the '90s Yankees on
But
steroids.
that's exciting. Stop looking at it half empty. It's exciting. I don't root for the Dodgers. Still exciting.
All right, your thoughts, Bo Bichette, Kyle Tucker, baseball moves, and of course, it's going to be a lot of football.
And
the rest of
Jesus
the show.
to the Dodgers.
Yeah, Jesus. I heard that as well. Yeah.
He returned and signed with the Dodgers.
Now, we'll take all your feedback on some of these baseball moves. Plus, let's dive in, man. Divisional weekend. Some say the best weekend of football every year. I feel that way. I think you got 4 games, and I have a theory about these 4 games. We're going to do our picks coming up. All next on Fox Sports Radio, Covino and Rich.
Have you ever wiped with a piece of dry, single-ply toilet paper and wondered, is this as good as it gets? Well, it's not. It gets a lot better thanks to wet, extra-large cleaning power of Dude Wipes.
And when we say extra large, we mean business no matter what the size of your mess, top to bottom. Dudes has you covered for a confident clean. They're comfortable clean up wherever TP leaves behind some mess. These are great. Debris, no way. Irritation,
I need Dude Wipes.
not a chance. It's time to make the trade of the season. More so than Tucker or Bichette. This is the acquisition you need. Dude Wipes. Go from TP to wet, extra large Dude Wipes that start experiencing a confident clean. Made from 100% plant-based natural fibers, coming in a variety of scents and sensations like mint chill and shea butter.
Join the movement for cleaner movements and live a skid-free life. Don't be like Spot. Got to be a skid-free life. Feel better. Feel confident. It's available on Amazon and at all major retailers nationwide. Dude Wipes. Best clean, pants down.
If you don't care about the Mets or Yankees, good, because part two of this it could do with football, baseball, basketball, anything. It's more of just a 2025 general sentiment.
Let's explain, too, what makes sports beautiful and makes sports great. All different walks of life come to one place with one purpose, and that purpose is to win, right? Different ideology, different people, different cultures from all different walks of life, different lands.
And this
international game now.
And this is on full display if and when you do watch like the World Baseball Classic, or you're starting to see in the NBA when they do the international players versus the American-born players.
Yeah.
It's beautiful when you see, hey, my team's got Japanese players, black players, white players, Latino players. It's
all differences.
It really is.
All differences aside, and it doesn't matter what name's on the back because they're all playing for the name that's on the front, right? All differences aside, when you're in between those lines, you got one goal, one common goal together, and that's to win. So nothing else matters once the buzzer hits, once the game starts.
You could have went with tip-off, first pitch, or kickoff.
There
and
you
went
go.
with buzzer hits.
Yeah, I went with the, You saw me.
I saw you.
You saw me scrambling, right?
How does a game start?
Tip-off. Oh! Once the game starts, all those things are out the window. Differences don't matter. Your one common goal is to win. And would you believe it that word on the streets is, as of today, that your boy Brandon Nimmo and Lindor never saw eye to eye, and they got rid of Nimmo because of political differences. I'm not saying this hasn't existed before. I'm sure it has. But I've never really heard it like this before in sports. It infiltrated relationships where it never has before, and now it's infiltrating sports in a way that it really hasn't before. They couldn't put that aside. I'm assuming, and it's a pretty good assumption, it's what I read, and Nimmo was a Trump guy, Lindor was not. They couldn't put their political differences aside for the sole sake of winning in New York. That's just so lame to me because that sort of defeats what sports is all about. Like, you're letting your political differences get in the way of winning here?
Listen, call me old-fashioned. I still believe in the idea of, hey, we could be friends if we have different political beliefs, but that is not a sentiment that is popular among younger people because their mindset is, yo, if you disagree with me on these big issues, then I don't know how I could be your pal. It's a very different mindset.
You could say, well, that's the problem. You should care, and I get all that. And here's another example. You could say, well, that's the caveman knuckle-dragging mentality of our generation, right? Have you ever, Danny G, Iowa Sam, Spot, Lowenkron, I say this respectfully, Fox Sports Radio Nation, please, I say this respectfully. Have you ever kicked someone out of the bedroom because they didn't line up with you politically?
Have you ever had a hot woman laying in your bedroom and said, wait a minute, before we do this,
hold on,
who do you support?
Yeah, because guess what? In today's world, and I've seen it firsthand.
Imagine in your ass-getting days in the 2000s, you're like, some girl's like unrobing in your bedroom, and you're like, hold on, before this proceeds, McCain or Obama?
Oh, what?
Like,
even worse. What if she asks you? Right?
Hold
You're
on,
like,
hold on.
Hold on. Trick question.
Check the clock.
Like, do you lie just to make it happen? What
I'm
I'm
independent.
noticing,
I don't vote.
right? Exactly.
I'm
What
an independent.
what I'm noticing.
Oh, no, then
now,
it becomes you don't vote?
Yeah.
Oh, my God, you don't care about the process?
I'm neutral.
No, that neutral is even worse because then you're, quote, wishy-washy.
Oh, no, I screwed this up.
Think about it. If you were a single guy in the 90s, 2000s, if you're an older school dude, 70s or 80s, did you ever one time when you were in high school even know, care, or think about the political thoughts of a
kidding you.
girl you had a crush on?
No, never
Danny,
once.
when you were on your come up, did you ever think of a girl who you asked out on a date?
If
or
a
you
high school girl asked me what my thoughts of the Gaza Strip were, I would be thinking, is that a steak? I wouldn't know. I wouldn't have known. I wouldn't have known what she was talking about because I was a teenage idiot. These kids
you would have thought
today,
the Gaza Strip was a style she had going on somewhere.
kids today,
Me, oh my.
and you could say, well, then that's better for them because you should line up. I don't know about that. It's infiltrating relationships. How many young single people are out there because of all the differences? It's hard enough to find someone. Now you're adding another layer, and now it's infiltrating sports.
Well, the old adage of opposites attract, I think people have sort of poo-pooed that idea. And you know what?
Don't tell MC Scat Cat.
I'll let Paula Abdul not know.
Welcome back to the program, the professional gram, Covino and Rich. It's Friday, divisional playoff weekend, and we're going to give you our parlay picks in a few. Plus, we're playing Brainwave next hour, giving away prizes. If you want to be part of it, got to hit us up at 877-99 on Fox. We're giving away our Turbo Grip CNR on FSR Nerf footballs that you can see right here if you're watching now. Covino and Rich FSR on YouTube. These are the new shipment of Nerf footballs. Look at that Turbo Grip. Whoa. So dope. So right now, live from Fox Sports Radio studio here in L.A., talking a little baseball. Of course, we're going to talk some football and get to your feedback now at 877-99 on Fox. Your next success can begin sooner than you think. Apply now and save with no application fee through February 11th at University of Maryland Global Campus. This new year, put your goals within reach at an accredited state university. Learn more at umgc.edu. That's umgc.edu. I'm Covino. That's the very excited, even though he's always hyped up and fidgety like this, Rich Davis. Danny G, Sam and Spotty. Lowenkron's here with your update in just a few minutes. But if you just joined us, it's been a roller coaster of emotions. Not only with football this weekend, but now all these moves in baseball, and you're just trying to see where these pieces fall. First one to go, Kyle Tucker to the Dodgers, and you're like, get out of my face with that. And by the way, listen to this stat. And I'm with you, Rich. When it comes to the money, it's like, I'm not paying them. Good for them. What do I care?
When people say, overpaid, I'm like, yeah,
But you got to hear this.
It's not like you get a bill in the mail.
I ain't paying for that. This is a wild stat I saw courtesy of the New York Post. Now, keep in mind, I'm a Yankees fan, so I have that Yankees algorithm, right? It's just a bunch of boneheads from the Bronx complaining.
Do you say Al Gore rhythm?
Algorithm.
I don't think he's got much rhythm.
I feel like the Al Gore rhythm is what you have at a wedding, Sam.
Oh, man.
I'm very rigid, trying to dance like Al Gore. Al
Kyle
Gore rhythm.
Tucker,
Under
get
my
this.
new economic program.
Kyle Tucker has 3 more home runs,
Yeah.
3 more home runs, and 1 more RBI than Anthony Volpe this past year. And he's making $60 million a year versus Volpe's $3.4 million a year.
Listen,
Isn't
man,
that insane, though?
It's timing.
And
It's
good
like-
for him. Yeah, timing is everything.
You said it, but
I'm not hating. I'm just stating. It's wild what he's getting paid.
got to compare it to quarterbacks, right? It's like next quarterback up, even if he's not necessarily the best, will likely get the big money. I just think when you look, and I know there's no jealousy, but maybe there is. When you see a guy like Mookie Betts, and I know Mookie was one of those guys that signed like a long-term deal, so the annual's not as much, but there's a big commitment. But I think what Mookie makes over a decade plus, like Kyle Tucker's making like this contract with a little more. Like it's ridiculous.
It's
It really is insane, the numbers you're seeing. I just saw Bichette wears number 11. I wonder if that'll be a hot jersey in New York, the new Bichette number 11.
And I'm just throwing this out there, not to jinx Bichette or anything, but it is pending physical.
Yeah.
And he was hurt a lot of last year. So we still have to see where that goes. And he has to play third base for the first time. I'm wishing Bichette all the best. I think that's a great move for the Mets.
Well, that's what
You
A-Rod
got
had to do.
Lindor. You got Lindor at shortstop, obviously, if you're not doing the Mets math. But some big moves, which you can only assume Cody Bellinger, the other big bat, will end up either with your Mets, Rich, or the Yankees, which makes it more interesting, more exciting, because there's more to life. There's more to life than just football and being ridiculously good-looking.
I've heard that. You know what? As we go to Isaac Lowenkron in a second for an update, I do want to talk, before we make our picks, I do want you to think about Sam Darnold for a second.
Okay.
And now think about all your other favorite redheads. No. Let's think about gingers. Sam Darnold, questionable. Now, I mean, I can't imagine this guy not playing.
Oblique
right? I mean,
strain.
Like even if he's banged up, you take a shot, you get in there. You're the quarterback of the 1 seed. I can't imagine a world where.
No, this is where you go all out.
I can't imagine a world where Sam Darnold's like, yeah, coach, I can't go. Like Drew Lock's in there. That to me just seems so unlikely. But he will be playing uncomfortable.
I will have to ask then, if it's not significant, why is it even brought up?
From a team preparation standpoint, Isaac, do they have to say questionable? Like, I know they have to be very accurate with injury reports, right? So it would have to, I know that's like a gray area there, but to list him questionable is an interesting move if he's likely going to play, no? Like, wouldn't you just say probable or like, yeah, I don't know.
Generally, and there are very strict injury reporting guidelines and statuses, and it has to do with, frankly, the gambling industry at times as well. But generally, the thought accepted in the league is if they're questionable, they're going to play. If they're doubtful, they're not going to play. That's it. Simple as that.
I mean, I know they were just words, but like, yeah, doubtful is like, all right, Isaac.
Yeah.
Want to go out for dinner tonight? Questionable.
Not on my end,
but it
sweetheart.
doesn't, like, questionable to me feels more negative than like probable.
I would say
know.
to put your mind at, well, not your mind at ease, but
Seahawks mind.
it's more of a formality that if there's something legitimately wrong where they had to be limited in practice during the week, that they have to classify them as questionable as opposed to taking them off the injury report entirely. It's more of a formality, if I can put it that way.
Okay.
Formality, but I do buy into there's something to it.
To me, I'm comparing it to stupid dinner plans. Hey, Covino, you want to get tacos tonight? Yeah, probable. That means, yeah, you'll be there. Doubtful. Yeah, not going to be there. Questionable's very vague. And, like, I feel like if he's...
What if I go,
Well,
That's sort of-
probable is a term in other sports. It's not a term in the NFL. There's in, questionable, doubtful, out.
Yeah. All right, well, with that said, what side is the oblique? Throwing side, other side? I don't know. I'm going to look into that. Isaac, what else we got in the update world?
Well, we'll start in your neck of the woods. The New York Mets signing two-time All-Star infielder Bichette to a 3-year, $126 million deal. Let's get analysis of the ramifications of this highly important move from a highly respected Mets insider.
So after last night when the Dodgers get Kyle Tucker, before I went to bed, I shook my Mets Shea Stadium snow globe and I said, please, Stevie Cohen, do something. And hey, Bichette, 3 years. Might have overpaid a little bit. Not my money.
Wait, so did Rich wish for this to happen, and that's why?
That's great Met insider info from.
That's
wow, look at that.
the leading Mets insider.
Because of his stupid snow globe?
We have.
I've always wanted to be a Mets insider.
Shea Stadium Snow Globe. Elsewhere, the Phillies re-signing three-time All-Star catcher JT Realmuto to a 3-year, $45 million contract. In the NFL, the Buffalo Bills activated defensive tackle Ed Oliver from injured reserve for tomorrow's game at Denver. New England Patriots Pro Bowl cornerback Christian Gonzalez has cleared concussion protocol and will play Sunday against Houston. The Patriots, meanwhile, listing linebacker Harold Landry as questionable with a knee injury. Texans ruled out receivers Nico Collins and Justin Watson because of concussions. They listed right tackle Trent Brown as questionable because of an ankle injury. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers interviewed former Miami Dolphins head coach Mike McDaniel for their head coaching job. Guys?
Thank you, Isaac Lowenkron.
Thank you, Isaac. Colin in Canada says, gold, baby, gold. Isaac, hilarious. And Wes from Vegas is laughing at your update. Danny Rye says, it's nice to see Rich happy. Rich is happy. You see what Joey Elbow said, though, on
Joey,
the chat?
Yeah, he said, look at Rich trying to talk himself into the possibility that the Niners have a chance. Cool story, Rich. That's thanks for the support, Joey Elbows.
I mean, you're seeing... I keep using, where everybody overuses this expression, but a master class in coaching. So they could get crafty. Anything could happen. I wouldn't count the 49ers out.
I mean, Kyle Shanahan was not, I wouldn't say humiliated, but that was his worst performance as a coach, as the head coach of the 49ers. That 3-point performance against the Seahawks in Week 18 in a game that really mattered a lot. Would it shock you, Covino, if Kyle Shanahan,
back to the drawing board, made it happen?
No, but not only back to the drawing board, he's breaking out all the trickery.
All the tricks for all the Tostitos this weekend. It's going to be exciting, man. What an exciting week of sports with all the baseball moves and the playoffs coming up. We're going to get you more pumped when we give you our picks, our parlay picks. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you want to chime in with yours? Let us know.
All right, we'll do that all next. Right here, Covino and Rich on Fox Sports Radio. Now, DraftKings Sportsbook, they're an official sports betting partner of the NFL. And you got to make every playoff moment feel bigger. When we do our picks coming up, I have a theory that I think is going to win you big money. So hang tight for that. DraftKings has your back. They got early exit protection. Now, this would have helped with Kittle a week ago, right? If your player is ineligible, if they're eligible for a prop bet, but they go down anytime in the first half, you still get paid in cash.
In cash. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use code CRSHOW. That's code CRSHOW to turn $5 into $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. Connecticut, call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino in Kansas, wager tax pass-through may apply in Illinois. 21 plus in most states, void in Ontario. Restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio. Limited time offer.
Dan Byer and Monty Bolaños filled in for us a couple days. I invited all you ass clowns. I said, do you guys want to watch the 49ers Seahawks? I'll order food on me. Let's go. And apparently Dan Byer talked about this on our show when he was filling in. Take a listen.
Rich says, guys, Saturday night, Seahawks 49ers, my place, 5:30. Come on over, watch the game. Dan, there's going to be a Seahawks fan here. Come on by. There's no way that I would be able to go to that party.
Absolutely not.
It is. I am not going into a 49ers house. I also am, I want to watch the game by myself sort of guy. So even though there would be another Seahawks fan there, there's no way that I could go over to this party. I appreciate the invite, and I think Rich is all welcoming. I can't believe Rich is going to have another Seahawks fan at his house for a get-together. I would not have blamed him for not inviting me, but Monty, there is no way that I would want to watch the game with someone else or multiple other people who are probably closer to Rich that are saying, well, I want the 49ers. That's Rich's team. There's no way I'd be watching that game with them on Saturday night.
And he responded with that respectfully.
Yeah,
that's sort of what he said in the group message.
He texted
yeah.
me like, respectfully, I'd rather watch the game with anyone on the planet other than you.
Yeah.
And you know what? I don't want to
And
talk
he said,
out of,
thanks for the invite, but I can't.
I don't want to talk out of both sides of my mouth. I just know that Dan's a respectful fan. So I feel like I could have watched it with Dan. Like our buddy Wes in Vegas watched the game with us. He's a Seahawks fan, and it was respectful. I've told one of my Eagle fan friends, remember our buddy Steve? We have an Eagles fan who I told, like, yeah, I don't want to watch you because you're going to bother me. And he said I was a big wuss, and he got all mad about it. Because remember, I had the stance, and I blamed it on my kids. Like, yeah, you're going to upset my kids.
Yeah, that was a weird sort of way to
I was like, yeah, my kids are all pumped.
No.
My kids are all pumped to watch a game. I don't want, my kids don't get it. You'll be rooting against the team we want. I'm like,
you
yeah.
should have just told them no. I don't know. For you to blame it on your kids, that is weird. But, yeah, I think you assess the situation. The Eagles fan that Rich talks about, I could see him being annoying during the game.
He's obnoxious.
I don't see Rich and Dan and our buddy Wes being obnoxious with each other. You have to know the company. But I actually agree with Dan Beyer here. I'm surprised that you invited a Seahawks fan, multiple Seahawks fans. They were nice ones, though. I understand your thinking. But I'm with Dan. Like, big games like this, I don't want any distractions and any people bothering me. I actually see his point, and I think he bowed out respectfully, and I think he did it the right way.
He did it. Listen, I respect it, but if you want to chime in, we'll take your feedback. We're going to play a game next, but if you want to chime in, at Covino Rich.
Watching the big game alone or with mixed company is really what it comes down to.
It's not even alone. I think the mixed company is the part of it, meaning I think if you're like Covino, one time
he did say alone, though.
You and I watched a Yankees playoff game once. I'm not a Yankees fan, but I was, I'm a Mets fan, so I had no horse in the race. But there was a big Red Sox-Yankees game, and I remember someone brought a Red Sox fan.
It was my sister's boyfriend, Luis, at the time.
Yeah, but
he came in there with a Red Sox jersey, ruined the whole vibe. I wanted to karate kick him in the chest, and I liked the kid, but he started rooting for the Red Sox and
in your
being
house.
A jerk about it in our house, and it's a house full of Yankees fans. And he sort of leaned into that fun, and it was maybe fun for him, but it wasn't like fun for anybody else.
I told you about a year. Do you remember when the 49ers beat the Lions in the NFC Championship a couple years ago? One of the moms at the school was over the house. Like, we invited some of the parents over, and this woman who had no love of the Lions, she was just rooting for the Lions because she was like, yeah, I guess I want to root for them. I'm like, yeah, but you're in a Niners fan house? So when she was like, yeah, Jared Goff, I told my wife, shut her up or tell her to leave our home.
Yeah, zip it there, Zippy. Especially when you're watching there. Like, if you're really invested, you're watching really tight. You're tight. And even though
easily
that person...
perturbed.
Yeah, that person may be playful in the moment or whatever, but, like, that's not the time or place when you're on the edge of your seat all tight like that.
When your team fails to hold the other team on, third and 12... and that person does a little yeah.
You don't want to hear you don't want to hear that.
It's even hard to watch with fans of your own team sometimes because it depends what kind of fan they are. Are they positive or are they a negative fan?
Stop being sports babies. Honestly, I'm seeing a bunch of crybabies. No one's happy about Kyle Tucker to the Dodgers, but you would do the same thing. It's like if your wife left you for, give me like the studliest of studs.
Ooh.
Give me an undeniable stud of today. Not you, Lowenkron.
No. An undeniable
I
stud.
think
Who's the guy?
Who is the stud?
Who's the Brad Pitt of now? It's like Robert Redford. All right, ready? If your wife cheated on you or left you for Glenn Powell, I wouldn't be happy about it. But there's a part of me that would understand. If he really wanted her,
yeah,
and he really, and he wanted her so bad he was offering her the world, I don't know, like $60 million. It's like, do you blame Kyle Tucker? No. Everybody would have done that.
Like if Sidney Sweeney was like, Isaac, motorboat me now.
Yeah.
Like, would Isaac's wife, understand?
I mean, she wouldn't be happy about it.
Actually, she would be to get me off her hands.
So my point is, it's like no
Get
one's
him out.
happy about Kyle Tucker, but how could you not understand? He's playing for a winner. They gave him a lot. It's an obvious move.
Yeah.
So we could either cry about it like Sports Baby or say, all right, what do they say? Pick yourself up from the bootstraps. Whoever has bootstraps, pick them up and let's compete now.
What are you talking about, bootstraps?
It's time for our tire rack play of the day.
All right, let's do the tire rack play of the day. And then, you know what, Covino? I do have one way that baseball could be saved, and I'll explain before we get to our picks. The tire rack play of the day. Did Berlin get to see the dunk of the year?
Now AB running the floor, and he threw it down on 4 Grizzlies. Anthony Black, an international incident. It's 109-107. Holy smokes.
An
Holy
international incident.
Smokes.
That dunk was ridiculous.
Over 4 Grizzly Bears? Grizzlies. Okay, gotcha. FM 96.9, The Game. That was your tire rack play of the day.
What you know about Kane?
For over 40 years, Tire Rack's been helping customers find the right tires for how, what, and where you drive. Ship fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection, convenient installation options like mobile tire installation.
TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
Now, the way baseball's saved, I'm not saying it's saved because it's very healthy, highest ratings, attendance is up, merch is being sold at record numbers, so baseball's healthy. But when you see Kyle Tucker go to the Dodgers, I think, and listen, I'm a Mets fan. I admit the Mets have money to spend. They have Soto, Lindor. They're not
going to compete.
They're not
dude.
schlubs. The Cubs will compete, the Yankees, the Blue Jays. But I think the nail in the coffin for baseball would be if Skeens or Skubal went to the Dodgers. That can't happen. If the Phillies, Red Sox, Mets, Yankees, Cubs, Cardinals, Padres, someone else, when that time comes, they just need to go somewhere else. And then I feel like someone else, good pitching, as you know, will a lot of times beat good hitting. But you can't roll out in the playoffs with one of those two guys on the Dodgers. It just can't be. Like, I would say that the Yankees, if they somehow, because I know you love to think that Libby Dunn is going to push Paul Skeens to want to be a Yankee.
Mm-hmm.
If the Yankees had Skeens and Garrett Cole 1-2, it's tough to say. It's tough to argue that you wouldn't be able to compete with anyone in a series, right? I mean, you just need a good 1-2, and the Dodgers have great pitching too. So that's the thing, man. It's
and
a
we're
long
done
season.
when he comes back.
It's a long season, so we'll see. But
all right,
enjoy.
so we want you guys to stick around, and we want you to check us out on Covino and Rich FSR on YouTube. You can see our new shipment of turbo balls. These are the prizes that we're giving away. Our CNR on FSR, new and improved Nerf footballs, and we have your chance to win next hour when we play Brainwave. But we also want to get you fired up for this weekend. By the way, any plans for playoff weekend?
If you want to come over, you can. I'm not having like a big thing, but if you guys want to swing by on Saturday night, I'll order food if you want to watch Niners Seahawks.
We're going to give you our parlay picks.
I don't want to be super party boy because I have too many.
Who are you, Chris Pontius?
Party
you rip
boy.
your pants off?
I'm just saying, like, if you guys were like, yeah, we're down, then I'd say, dude, yeah, I'll food's on me. If
Here's
you
the thing,
want to come over.
You know, if you're the guy who
I don't want
wants
to
to have
overdo it.
It gets expensive too, though, Rich. You're
Yeah.
like feeding all these people.
I
all the
don't
time.
mind. I just don't want to be. I don't want to be the guy that every time's like, come on, guys. I don't want to put pressure on. But if
I
you
think
guys,
we owe you one eventually.
yeah,
I mean,
don't sweat it. If you know what, if you want to come over to my house this weekend to watch Niners Seahawks Saturday night, food's on me. Just let me know you'll be there so I know to order. Okay.
All right.
he's the
I'm
hostess with the mostest.
I'm down. I like, listen, and plus I have an 8-year-old and a 5-year-old, so it's actually easier for me to have people over my house, and we have space, so it's my pleasure to feed you guys.
Nice. I'll live stream it.
Did you hear that?
I don't
Yeah.
mind. Hey,
Hear that?
yeah,
Yeah.
people we could all hang at my house, do a little live stream.
We might see you jump in your pool again.
Yeah, if you guys either want to see me cry or jump in my pool and enjoy, you could hang out Saturday night
It's
with
going
us.
to be waterworks either way.
Oh, goodness.
It's also a question to everybody listening, too. Yeah, do you have plans? Have you made your plans? It's going to be an exciting weekend, you fools.
Yeah, I said it the other day, but I know world and life doesn't revolve around football, but my daughter has a girls' flag football game Sunday afternoon, so it's like one of the games I know I'm going to have to watch on my phone. I'm like, I get things don't revolve around NFL football, but it is bothersome.
It's more bothersome when your team's in it.
Yeah.
You have to remember, not everybody's team is in it.
Now, before we get to our parlay picks, Danny G, your quick, 30-second thoughts on. I saw a headline that said, what if the Raiders, instead of getting Mendoza, there was even Mike Florio has talked about, there's a plan where what if the Raiders tried to get Lamar Jackson with that first pick? so the Ravens could start over and you get Lamar. Do you want that?
No, I mean, you'd have a much smaller window there rather than building with a young dude just coming into
Lamar
the league.
Jackson's losing a step already. He's, what is he, 28?
29.
29, but he's an old 29.
Yes, because of all the hits he's taken
he's been
running
around
the ball.
for a long time. So I wouldn't want that if I were you.
No, I mean, I'm raising my hand. I have been all season, all college season for Mendoza.
And we need that because we found out earlier this week if the Raiders do draft Mendoza, Danny G will release his karaoke version of him singing Fernando by ABBA.
Let's go.
And I can't wait for that. All right, listen, we'll see you guys in a second. More CNR next.
It's Covino and Rich on Fox Sports Radio. Are you ready?
Yes! We talk about pop culture, we talk about sports, we talk about life.
It's a friendship on the radio. When you talk about the best athlete in the world, you're probably thinking Jim Thorpe, right?
I'm thinking
joking.
Bo Jackson.
I'd have to throw myself at the age of 12 into the conversation.
You are the home run champion. When you find the commonality between sports and life, those analogies and conversations are the best.
You were dating some girl, and you were like,
Hey, babe, let's watch The Sixth Sense.
her mom walked in. Can you believe he was dead the whole time?
I wanted to get up.
Well, slow down, Dana White.
I don't want to say It's never boring.
If the Chiefs win,
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
Our friendship is real. It's authentic. You can't fake the fun.
we're the type of guys you'd want to hang out with at a sports bar. Best way to pick someone up at a bar?
Yeah.
Go up to a cute girl and say, oh, look at that bozo over there. And I point to you. We could make fun of each other, poke each other a little bit.
I call him Blubber Lips, Rich Davis, because he never stops talking.
He thinks he's the Mexican Fonz.
Yeah.
At any point, he's wearing a chain. You have a chain on?
Always.
Of course he has a chain on.
That's like asking me if I'm wearing cologne right now. Of course I am. We take a lot of pride in being inclusive and interactive on our show. Just the more the merrier.
Josh, Covino thinks that every man should own a leather jacket.
I only wear vegan leather.
Can you believe this guy?
I can't believe this guy. We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate your show. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
Mike Tyson, Covino, loves to just challenge us with random Mike Tyson trivia.
Which accomplished celebrity purchased my sprawling Connecticut estate?
I'm going to go 50 Cent.
You are absolutely correct. 50 Cent. I love his song.
You can't schedule a big event
You
during a
can't.
big sports moment.
My family member scheduled their wedding the same night as a Julio Cesar Chavez fight. Everyone was glued to that fight instead of doing the electric slide.
This is weak.
Unbelievable. You're very tricky.
America, you got sports, you got fun, you got us.
Covino and Rich.
We're crushing it.
In Major League Baseball, the New York Mets are signing two-time All-Star infielder Bo Bichette to a 3-year, $126 million deal. The Philadelphia Phillies are re-signing three-time All-Star catcher JT Realmuto to a 3-year, $45 million contract. Anyway, in the NFL, the Buffalo Bills activated defensive tackle Ed Oliver from injured reserve for tomorrow's game at Denver. New England Patriots Pro Bowl cornerback Christian Gonzalez has cleared concussion protocol and will play Sunday against Houston. Patriots, meanwhile, listed linebacker Harold Landry as questionable because of a knee injury. Texans ruled out receivers Nico Collins and Justin Watson because of concussions and listed right tackle Trent Brown as questionable due to an ankle injury. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have interviewed former Miami Dolphins head coach Mike McDaniel for their head coaching job. I'm Isaac Lowenkron.
Yes, glorious Friday. Oh, so glorious. Divisional playoff weekend. Friday. Broadcasting live from the Fox Sports Radio studio. Our show is sponsored by DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL and NBA. Right now, use promo code CRSHOW to claim your special offer at DraftKings. Again, promo code CRSHOW at DraftKings. The crown is yours. And Rich, have you ever wiped with a piece of dry toilet paper and wondered, is this as good as it gets? It's not.
I've always wondered this. Dude wipes.
Dude wipes. Switch your life. Get better. Rock out. Let's go. Life-changing, wet, extra-large flushable dude wipes because wetter just cleans better.
Oh.
Available at Amazon and major retailers nationwide. Dude wipes.
Dude wipes.
Best clean, pants down. I'm Covino. Trying to manifest some good Yankee moves. Like I said, I'm wearing my Yankees hat. Rich Davis, Danny G, F you and your Dodgers. Sam, you're
Thank
cool.
you.
And Spot, you're okay. Spot's on the videos, Covino and Rich FSR. You could join us, watch us live, see our prizes that we're giving away this hour when we play Brainwave, the CNR on FSR Nerf football with the turbo grip. Lowenkron's hanging out. Again, see the Ensemble show, the best show live at Covino and Rich FSR on YouTube.
I can't wait.
And let's go. It's going to be a fun hour, man.
I can't wait for this weekend of football. I'm going to take my kids to the park Saturday morning, do a little batting practice, go get a breakfast burrito, settle in for the day. And besides that, that's my plan. My wife's like, what are we doing this weekend? I'm like, whatever is on the agenda. Like, I hope there's not a lot. Please just, all I want to do is go to the park with my kids, go get a breakfast burrito and coffee, and then for the next 48 hours after that, Saturday, Sunday, just sit.
Burrito, huh?
Know what I want to do after the show today?
What?
I'm going to go to the gym, do a good workout, sit in the sauna, and manifest in my mind Sam Darnold interceptions. Oh, Nam Shivai.
I already hit the gym today. I already did all that.
Oh, no,
That's why today's so glorious.
I'm going to sweat out Sam Darnold interceptions. That's what I'm going to do. I can't wait to see.
I'm going to be lamping and liming the rest of the night.
Sam Darnold, I'm calling it right now. 2 picks, and he's going to throw for under 200 yards.
I'll save it for your pick.
Yeah, save it for parlay picks. We do it in moments. We're going to give you our parlay picks, but we also got you involved last week, and we said if you went 6-0, we're going to give you a prize.
Yeah, if you were 6 for 6 with your parlay.
6 for 6.
And that's not easy, by the way.
No.
And Danny G, believe it or not, we got some winners, right?
Yeah. Covino and I, we thought we were doing good going into Monday at 4-1. These listeners hit all 6.
Yeah, a couple of us went 4-2.
Yep.
A couple of us went 3-3, which is actually, not bad. Going 6-0 is not easy. Last week was, I think none of us were perfect after the second game because it was such a great divisional weekend of wild card football. So.
And we only mentioned this a couple of times on last week's show that if you wanted to email, we would look through all the emails and give some prize packs away. And I don't want you guys to get big-headed over there, but just from those two mentions, 250 emails is what I sorted through.
We mentioned it like one time. Oh, okay.
Jason S. went 6 for 6. Congratulations.
Jason, that's not bad, buddy boy.
Paul H. went 6 for 6. And Matt E. went 6 for 6.
Eberflus?
Yeah. Can I tell you, we are in a 4 for 4 parlay pool with some old friends from SiriusXM. And when I tell you there's a couple hundred people in this pool, some weeks no one out of a couple hundred hit a 4 for 4. So a 6 for 6.
So Jason H., Paul E., and Matt E. all went 6 for 6. Congrats. And how do they claim their football?
I'm going to be reaching out to them to get their mailing info, and then I'm going to send them a CNR prize pack.
Nice. All right.
And you could get involved this week. If you go for 4 for 4, we will send you out a prize.
Wow. Listen,
all right. So you need the email. It's crprizes@gmail.com, and you're going to use the DraftKings spreads. We are betting against the spread. So it is crprizes@gmail.com.
And this is what you're playing for, the Nerf football that we have right here. Here you go. There you go. Yeah, look at this bad boy. Oh, yeah. So
they just came in, by the way. So if you were one of our winners throughout the football season, don't worry. I am on top of it.
I dig them. I like them a lot. These are sweet. So thank you guys for playing along, and congrats again to Jason H., Jason S., Paul H., and Matt E. crprizes@gmail.com.
You ready to do this or what?
Let's go.
Fire up that NFL Films music.
Yeah. Let me tell you, 4 games. There's a pattern I'm going with, and I'm just curious if anyone will pick out my pattern because I feel like it's a winning formula. Let's start our weekend of divisional football tomorrow afternoon.
Are you ready for some football?
You know I'm ready for football. AFC battle. Some would argue this is like the game of the weekend. Bills, Broncos. At Mile High, Broncos have won 13 of their last 14. They're at home. Sean Payton and Bo Nix seem to have figured this thing out quicker than we all imagined. Buffalo, as Covino said, for a 12-5 team that won a close game last week, I feel like they're fighting for every win. It's a team that battles and they live and die on which Josh Allen's going to show up.
That's really it. Yeah. Remember, they have Josh Allen, though.
Yeah, remember, there's a guy, I don't know if you know.
There's a guy that could take the game over.
Have you heard of him, Josh Allen? You might have heard of him. Him and Haley Steinfeld, we said, who had a better week than them. She debuted her belly bump at the Golden Globes.
Oh, and by the way, how many times have we said, with the teams that are out, this is the clearest path for the Bills to go all the way?
And
you don't think Josh Allen knows that?
And even though everyone's obsessed with, what were you doing in 2016? You see that trend all over TikTok and Instagram?
My 2016 story.
Well, in 2016, that was, just for the record, that was the year Peyton Manning won as a Bronco. That was the year LeBron came back against the Golden State Warriors. That was the year the Cubs finally won the World Series. And it was also the year that Haley Steinfeld was wearing a Broncos jersey. And this picture's floating around social media, and Josh Allen's like, who cares? Like, we weren't together, but people are showing this picture everywhere that Haley Steinfeld apparently was like, go Broncos, when she was like a younger woman. What are you picking here? Can I go first?
Do it.
My brother's going to hate this. I'm sorry, Jimmy. My brother's a Broncos fan. He loved Elway as a kid. They ain't ready. I don't know. Something about the week off. I don't know. Denver is actually not invincible at home. They've lost it. They finally lost at home this year. I like Buffalo. I think Josh Allen's a man on a mission. I think Buffalo not only beats him. I'm going to be bold. I see everyone on social media and everyone on these TV shows like 23-20, 28-25, 34-31. No, I think the Broncos lose this game. I think Josh Allen 34-17.
Yeah, I think
something big. Yeah,
I think Josh Allen beats the Broncos. Not even the Bills. Allen over the Broncos this week, and I agree with Rich. I think he nailed it. I think people counted them out. I heard Colin talking about it. Like, he had the Jaguars, right? And it's like, oh, I forgot that they have Josh Allen. Well, guess what? Let's all remember this guy could take over the game at any time. He has a lot to play for. He's a baby on the way. He has a clear path to make it happen. Bam, the Bills win.
All right, Danny G.
Yeah, this Denver defense is impressive, but Josh Allen is a robot. Seems like no matter how hard he gets hit, he gets right back up.
Oh, and by the way, Danny G, remember Sean Payton earlier this week? He was all salty and testy with the reporter. I think because he's feeling the pressure of the Bills and Josh Allen.
What do you know about attacking downhill?
What do you know about attacking downhill?
Yeah.
You know
he
what-
sounded a little aggravated. It sounds like the pressure's on him.
Which defense impressed me last weekend was Buffalo's. They show up like that again in this game. It's going to be the Bills. I picked them on our in-studio prediction sheet to go and win the Super Bowl. I'm staying with the Bills.
All right. Spotty boy, what's up, buddy boy?
Oh, I think it's obvious. I think the Bills are going to dominate.
Wow. Damn, all right, we're all going. And by the way, just so for the record, I didn't bring up the point spread because it's 1.5. Now, that could play a factor, but it's Denver by 1.5. I mean, if, they lose by 1, but still, it's not a big point spread. So keep that in mind. Iowa Sam?
I'm going to ride with the Bills until they can't ride no more.
Oh.
5 for 5. Isaac Lowenkron, Bills or Broncos?
That was excellent, insightful analysis by y'all, but unfortunately, it's all irrelevant because it's going to be Denver. All that stuff cannot be overcome by 68 sacks, which is 11 more than the next best team, Denver.
Wow. Okay, you know what? Isaac bringing us back to reality
So
a
you
little
think
bit.
Josh Allen's going to be running for his life?
I didn't say that. I just think the pressure will be enough to tilt the game for Denver.
All right.
You should know about being unable to protect a quarterback over there.
I know all about
Them's fighting words.
Not that I should talk either, huh?
it. Yeah, that was also the Chargers' downfall.
Yeah.
Right. So, all right, everybody had the Bills except for Isaac.
Night, Saturday night. I guess I'm buying food, and I guess you guys are coming over.
The spread I
And
care about is the
gonna-
one you're having at
and
your
we're
house.
gonna live stream
Yeah,
it. I was just telling Covino that the charcuterie alone is like $100. You buy all those meats and cheeses. All right, 49ers at Seahawks. No George Kittle, no Fred Warner. A Sam Darnold with a little ouchie on the oblique. A little third time's the charm for someone here because they split the series. Niners won week 1. Seahawks really shut down anything Kyle Shanahan and Brock Purdy went after in week 18.
Sorry to interrupt you, Rich. It's not like their defense outshined them. It's not like they outscored them by a lot.
It was 13-3, yeah.
Yeah, it was still a relatively close game.
And McCaffrey did bumble and fumble. Remember, he tipped the ball like the 1 yard line that could have been 13-10. Not making excuses. I'm saying, like, it was just a game where Seattle found a way to really just dominate. So, Niners are 7-point underdogs. If it was 7.5, I would feel even more confident, but you know where I'm going. I'm going 49ers. Who's with me? Who's against me?
I'm going with my heart on this one. I want to see Rich happy as my co-host and pal. I root for because I also root for the 49ers. And I believe that Shanahan pulls out all of his bag of tricks here. 49ers. I'm going with the 49ers.
Danny.
Rich, I like the fact that a lot of your Niners have had big game experience, whereas the Seahawks, not so much. Sam Darnold has no playoff wins.
Yeah.
Remember we kept saying all week, live by the sword, die by the sword?
Yeah.
I mean, Sam Darnold, who knows what? He could either have the greatest game or the weakest game.
I just feel like this game's going to be closer than 7. So I'm going to go with the Niners because of the points.
Okay. Spotty.
Yeah, so the spread is 7.
Tough one, huh?
So, Rich, you know I love you, but I feel like the Seahawks are going to pull ahead on this one.
All right, Seahawks.
I'm taking Seahawks. Sorry.
I was Sammy.
I picked the Bills with my heart. I'm picking the Seahawks. I'm sorry, Rich, with my head.
I'm not mad at you.
I think that the Seahawks win, but the Niners cover that 7.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you're going
So you go
Niners.
the same way I am.
Okay, so you guys think
Seahawks
the
win,
could
but
edge them out, but
Niners
just
cover.
in a closer game.
Cover the 7.
Yo, Lowenkron, what you thinking, buddy?
I do not know who's going to win, but I absolutely am taking the 49ers to cover.
People like those points. I love those points if it's 7.5. So if you have the ability to, wherever you gamble, DraftKings, our preference, buy a half a point. Why would you not, right? You could wager and buy that half a point, make it Niners plus 7.5. Like, then if they lose by a touchdown, you still win your bet. I love 7.5 there. It was 7.5 until yesterday. All right, let's go to Sunday. Early game. Texans at the Patriots. Patriots got your home field 3 points. I am going road dog style, I think the Texans win 11 in a row. I like Houston. I like their defense. I told you, every time the ball was handed off last week, I know they played the Steelers, but they were hit behind the line of scrimmage. That defense is solid, and I think Jaden Daniels got whatever jitters out of his system because he looked like ass.
C.J. Stroud?
Did I say C.J. Stroud? I'm sorry.
He was C.J. Stroudling.
He was C.J. Stroudling for sure. So
I agree with you there. I think he learned from those mistakes.
So, yeah, Texans. I'm going Texans. I think Patriots a little inflated still. Even they're good, but I like the Texans here.
11 in a row? You keep bringing up this roulette visual all week where eventually you got to bet on black. Like red. Black's eventually going to come up. And I feel like we're going to the Texans' defensive well too much, and the Patriots are too good. So I'm going Patriots on this one.
Cove, I'm right there with you because Drake May led the Patriots this far. He's going to lead them even further. He's going to pull down and run. He'll pull the ball down and run it the way Aaron Rodgers could not against the Texans. For all of the categories where their defense is number one, you know where they're last in the league? Stopping a quarterback from running. Cool. So watch Drake May. Use your legs, May, and the Patriots will win this game.
Spotty.
What's the spread again?
3. Home field advantage 3 for the Patriots. So just a field goal.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Pats on this one.
Okay.
Feeling strong.
Sam, Lowenkron, my 2 last knucklehead pals.
Patriots win and cover.
Lowenkron.
I cannot possibly express how good the Texans defense is. It's even better than the Broncos defense. They have no weaknesses. They are equally strong at every level, defensive line, linebackers, and secondary. Texans all the way.
Wow. And how likable and handsome is D'Amico Ryans?
Strong.
What a guy. What a guy. All right.
Nico Collins out, by the way.
Nico Collins is out. That is big.
That's
That is
big.
big. That is
He's
a
a
big
big
offensive
target
weapon. And Rams. This point spread moved. Isaac, is there an injury I'm unaware of? It was 3.5. Now it's Rams by 4.5.
There was no. Go ahead.
Stafford sprained finger, right?
Oh, yeah. No, that's completely mine. That was earlier in the week.
The line moved in the direction as if something may have happened in Chicago. But
No.
if not, that just means Vegas sentiment is that more people are betting on the Rams. So
only things that happened today: Rome Odunze questionable, and right guard Kevin Dotson of the Rams will start. But that's it. That's not major stuff.
And Ben Johnson had a bad burrito for lunch, so he has a bellyache, right?
In Chicago?
Yeah, no, yeah, bad brick oven pizza. All right,
Please
Bears,
call it a tummy ache, Rich.
Bears 4.5-point underdogs. I'm loving the Bears here. I'm going Bears. I think not only they cover, I think they win the game.
I'm going Rams on this because we only see the greatness from the Bears when they're playing from behind. How many times could they come back? What is it, 7? 7 come from behind wins recently? How many times are you going to go to that well? Like, they haven't been able to dominate. They just come up with these big, miraculous plays, and I get it.
You keep going to this well. See if you see that baby Jessica girl from the 80s in there.
No, but I'm saying, like, eventually
I got
these things are going to give, right? So
This is well. The Goonies down there? What do you love Wells?
I would love to see Caleb Williams do it again. He has this magic touch about him, but
so
these are the Rams. I'm going Rams.
Rams by 4.5. All right,
yeah,
Danny
not
G.
hating on the Bears. I'll give them a slow clap if they pull it off again.
This is a meme from Caesars Sportsbook, so it's got to be true. Matthew Stafford's record when the temperature is 40 degrees or lower, 1-9.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm going Chicago. I just feel like it's a special season for them, and they will find a way to get it done.
It seems to be, but it's always from behind. Always from behind.
I thought that's how you like it.
Oh, boy.
Spot.
What? Don't include me in that. I'm gonna take the Rams on this one.
Rams, all righty.
Yeah.
I was Sammy boy.
I gotta go with the Bears here because I've been wanting to say Bears, Bills, Battlestar Galactica in Super Bowl 60.
Jesus, listen to this.
Bears, Bills is such a marquee. Bears, Bills, Bears. Go, give me the Bears.
All right, great rationale.
Yeah. Wait till Stu Gotts,
you know, it's as good as anyone else's.
Gotts meets you on Monday.
Let's say hi to the best guy in the biz, Isaac Lowenkron.
I'm actually going Rams because of what they almost did at Philadelphia last year, and somebody they have now who they didn't have last year, Devontae Adams. And one additional note, baby Jessica, now 39 years old.
Wow.
Shut up.
Wow.
It's me, Jessica.
Wow. That's amazing. All right, so we made our picks, and by the way, I think I don't think anyone has the same 4.
Wow.
Nice. And you can email your 4 picks into us, crprizes@gmail.com. That's crprizes@gmail.com. It's against the spread, so go to DraftKings Sportsbook. DraftKings against the spread.
For this bad boy right here, you can see it at Covino Rich FSR, this Nerf football,
Now-
black and white, CNR and FSR, turbo grip doozy. So good luck and enjoy the games, man. They're going to be great. I like these matchups so much. Last week was great. I keep saying it. Last week was great. These matchups are even better. I'm expecting some really great games.
Why don't you marry him? So 4 games. I just want to point this out. I did talk about this on our bonus podcast, Overpromise. So maybe a little advice. Check out our bonus pod once in a while. It's pretty awesome. It's a lot of fun. Uncensored. We go a little off the rails.
And it's right here on this YouTube feed.
Yeah. I talked about how, if you've noticed, I said there was a trend. I picked all the underdogs, right? I have the Bills, Niners, Texans, Bears. If you do that in a money line, I do like the points, right? I do like the Niners getting 7. I do like the Bears getting 4.5. But if you go money line, get this, because this is information you might want to know. If you go money line, meaning no point spread, just winning, Bills, Niners, Texans, Bears, $100 bet pays $4,700. I think that I just think that's a really great value because, I mean, the Niners would be your biggest long shot, but that's not shocking to me if they found a way to beat Seattle. But Bills, Niners, Texans, Bears, all 4 dogs, money line, 100 pays $4,700. So, hey, give that a thought. And when we come back, we're going to play a game that I have so much fun with you guys.
Again, another chance to win a prize.
Brainwave. Danny has come up with some really fun questions in the world of sports and entertainment.
It's also a very visual game, too. Right, it's sort of like a newlywed thing where we're giving up our answers and you could watch it live.
Yeah.
Covino and Rich FSR. So sign in now on YouTube, Covino and Rich FSR. And if you want to play, it's multiple choice. All you have to do is be on the same brainwave as us.
Yeah, so we'll play Brainwave and we'll do some weekend hobnobbing, what to watch, not only in the world of the NFL and sports, but also entertainment, maybe some streaming shows you might be missing. So all next right here, Covino and Rich.
Have you ever wiped with a piece of dry single-ply toilet paper and wondered, is this as good as it gets? Well, it's not. It gets a lot better thanks to wet, extra-large cleaning power of Dude Wipes.
Oh, Dude Wipes. And when we say extra large, we mean business. No matter what the size of your mess. I thought I was going to say whatever the size of your bottom. Dude Wipes has you covered for a confident clean. They comfortably clean whatever TP for your bunghole, leaves behind. Debris, no way. Irritation, not a chance. It's time to make the trade of the season and switch from old school toilet paper to wet extra large Dude Wipes.
Oh, yeah. Made from 100% plant-based natural fibers coming in a variety of scents. Hey, Rich, how do you like the mint chill and the shea butter to protect your end zone? Join the movement for cleaner movements and live a skid-free life.
I've been trying to live that skid-free life,
It's
guys.
the only
I
way,
don't know about
bro.
you. Available at Amazon and all major retailers. Dude Wipes. Best clean, pants down.
Livy Dunn's buns in the sun.
Yeah, well, I just was doing my research for the show.
Yeah, well, apparently she's in Hawaii vacationing with future Yankee, her boyfriend, Paul Skeens of the Pittsburgh
If he
Pirates.
goes to the Yankees, I mean, it wouldn't shock me. I mean, Livy Dunn bought a place in New York City, but she is a model and gymnast and all social media.
On.
So.
Not only did she buy a place in New York City, he's also been telling his teammates, that's a true story, apparently. He's been telling teammates that he wants to play in New York.
They denied that.
I mean, those are rumors, but I believe them.
Who started that rumor? Austin Wells?
Me?
Who started that rumor? Anthony Volpe?
His teammates.
Oh, no, his teammates.
He made it very clear, like, you know, this isn't the place to be. This is where superstars go to die. I want to play in New York.
Well, Livy Dunn, the headline is Toasting Buns in the Sun on Hawaiian Vacation with Paul Skeens. And there you go. If you watch it on the YouTube, buns are out. Sun's out, buns out. And Covino and I disagree on one major thing here. When you're with your wife or girlfriend or whoever you're dating, whoever you're with, Covino's way anti-booty out.
Well, hold on. Let's make this clear. I love a nice booty. I'm saying the person I'm with. So, hey, if there's women walking around with their cheeks out, you better believe I'll be looking at them, and that's the problem. If I'm hanging out with my buddies' wives, and my buddies' wives are all walking around with their asses out, how is that appropriate when everyone's looking at each other?
I mean, it's the appropriate swimwear for 2025.
It's not appropriate. That's why you can't wear stuff like that at Disneyland.
Unless you want,
because it's not appropriate.
I mean,
just because it's in style and because young women are doing it doesn't mean that everybody should be doing it. Go to a water park. You think everybody should be dressing like that? Absolutely not.
Well,
leave some to the imagination. That's why it was a big story in the New York Post this week. Even athleisure, athletic wear has gone too far and too skimpy, where it's distracting at the gym, where women are showing lots of crevassier, a lot of crevice, a lot exposed, a lot revealed, nothing to the imagination, to the point where other women are uncomfortable. It's a national story. It's not me judging or anything like that. It's a story all over the New York Post. Men are going to see it, and men are going to like it. I'm not saying I don't like it. I'm saying as a dad of a teenager, as the boyfriend of a young woman, amongst mixed company and family, that's inappropriate. What you're doing in your own time, on your own vacation, when it's just you and her, that's fine. Whatever. You want to tan your ass? Go right ahead.
Who doesn't want to tan ass?
Right.
I'm just saying.
But Rich is condoning that this is okay amongst mixed company.
All right, style.
That's awkward. You think I want Danny G looking at my girlfriend's ass?
Style dictates what the cuts of bathing suits are.
Wait, I never did that.
That's what I'm saying, though. Let's say we all went away.
Avert your eyes, sir.
Yeah.
Style dictates what cuts of bathing suits are popular, right? Like men's.
Doesn't mean
men's
that other ones are
swim trunks.
non-existent.
Are you gonna let me get a word in, or are you just gonna vent about how lame you are?
You could say lame, or, I mean, how about leaving some to the imagination?
What's next,
Why do you
Rich?
need to show your wife's ass to
Nude
everybody?
beaches? Nude beaches? Is that what you want?
You sound like a voyeur to me. Like, everybody, check out my wife's ass.
I mean, what do you want? Do you want women to wear bathing suits like it's the 1920s and they're on the boardwalk like, hello, my baby, hello, my darling?
Because there's a compromise, and they still sell, like, pretty revealing
sarong.
and sexy bathing suits.
If you want,
you act like you have to wear a grandma.
If you want old lady bathing suits, where are you gonna find them? Walmart, Target, like women shop.
They're not old. There's compromise.
Women shop online.
How you gonna feel?
Show an ankle.
Yeah, how you gonna feel when your daughter's dressing like that? You're cool with it?
Yeah, I guess so, because it's the times.
No, you're
what are
not.
You gonna do?
You're cool with it because she's 8 years old. That's why you're cool with it.
I'm telling you, you're like going against the style. I saw a picture of your girlfriend with all her friends on a trip, and she was the only girl wearing like a full bottom bathing suit. Like
You
she
know why?
bought it at like.
Because she has class. No one wants to see your nasty ass. Nope. Not everybody should be dressing like that.
It's
not every. It's too revealing. It is.
So
guys
you think,
don't
you
do
think
that.
you think
are
Libby Dunn-
guys showing bottom beanbag? Are guys doing that? Should I be doing that? I don't know. No, because it's not appropriate. Just because it's the style doesn't make it right.
Triple B,
That-
bottom
and by the way,
beanbag.
that doesn't mean I'm not staring and I'm not admiring sometimes. Of course I am. I'm a man.
But you want Libby Dunn wearing full bottom bathing suit on vacation with her?
No, because she's not my girlfriend. I don't care.
Yeah, but
So if she wants to rock that, I'm like, go for her. Good for her. I
If
don't
you
care.
were going away with some friends for a weekend, you would tell your girlfriend like, no, don't
Yeah, because
expose
I know
that
what a
butt.
pervert and creep you are.
Oh,
so
me.
why would I want my
Me.
girlfriend walking around like that in front of you? Yes, you. Yes. So why would I want that? Why would I want that? Guys are going to be guys.
Monty, your thoughts? Because Monty, you came to our
But
anniversary
he's-
party,
he's
and I feel
lying.
like
guys are going to be guys. So just because it's my girlfriend, you mean Rich isn't going to look at her? Well, think about it. I'm not saying women shouldn't be in style. I'm not saying women shouldn't wear these.
Listen to yourself.
I'm
You
saying they shouldn't wear them amongst family and friends. Welcome back to the show. Covino and Rich. I'm Steve Covino. That is Rich Davis. We're live from the Fox Sports Radio studio. For over 40 years, Tire Rack has been helping customers find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive. Shipped fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. Thanks again to TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
All right. And 2 teams left in college football, and Kerry Rhodes here at Fox Sports Radio. He's the only guy he only got one wrong, but there's a couple listeners still involved, and the winner's going to get $1,000, and you could play along at foxsportsradio.com to check out the leaderboard. But we're going to play a game in a second, but I got to say what's up to my dude Jason, who I coach with, and Benjamin, who's listening in the car with him.
Hey, guys. What's up?
Benji? He's got a stroke like Cody Bellinger.
Oh, if the Yankees don't get Cody, we'll get Benjamin.
Mets might get
Let's do
Bellinger.
it.
Let's see what happens.
No, sorry. This just in. The Dodgers signed Jesus and Benjamin.
I'm telling you, I'm looking at it as a challenge for everyone else in Major League Baseball.
That's what I said.
Don't be crybabies.
That's my point.
Beat the Dodgers. That's what you got to do. All right, let's do this. Brainwave.
Do Covino and Rich really share the same brain?
Doris Day, Red, Johnny Ray, something, Joe DiMaggio.
Is their crew not far behind?
We're one.
Welcome to Brainwave.
Try to make sense of the brain.
It's easy. We drop fun sports, music, and entertainment questions. And if you match with enough of these bozos, you win.
I love that.
On the count of 3, reveal.
Brainwave.
Ooh.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Locked in.
You guys are on the same wavelength right now.
All right, happy Friday. The questions in this game are all subjective. You just need to try and match the brain of CNR and the crew. We're going to get our contestant from the studio lines right now, and then I'm going to explain the game further. All right, it is Paul, the first one through in North Carolina.
Yo, what's up, Paul?
Hey, Paul. Is it Paul or Paul?
It is Paul.
No.
Paul, what do you do for a living? What do you do for a living in North Kakalaka?
I am a general manager of a restaurant.
Oh, very cool.
Yep.
All right, here we go. I have 5 rounds ready to go. Our contestant has to win 2 of the rounds to be the champ and walk away with one of those nice CNR Nerf Turbo footballs. I'm going to ask a question and then give 3 debatable answers to choose from. The 6 of us in studio are going to write down our answers on these dry erase boards for our YouTube channel. And then on the count of 3, Paul, you're going to shout out your answer. You have to match with 4 of us to win the round, or no matter the caller's answer, if all 6 of us happen to match in studio, it's an automatic point for the contestant. Guys ready?
Yeah, let's do this.
Let's go. All right, so get your dry erase boards ready to go. Category 1. Let's start with sports. Which of these players is most likely to be traded this offseason? Lamar Jackson, Max Crosby, or A.J. Brown?
Oh.
All right, think about it.
I mean, it's a good question because... Oh, wait a minute.
Very good question. Complex issues.
Okay, let me know when you guys are all locked in.
I'm locked in.
I'm locked in.
And loaded.
Locked in.
I'm already dreaming about buying my son a Bichette jersey.
Paul, on the count of 3, we need your answer. 1, 2, 3.
A.J. Brown.
Says A.J. Brown. We're going to start with Covino.
Process of elimination. Max Crosby's not going anywhere, and the Ravens got rid of Harbaugh, not getting rid of Jackson. A.J. Brown's the answer, bro.
All right.
A.J. Brown.
Max Crosby, not happy with the Raiders. He's on a trampoline with his kids saying, I could play. Meanwhile, the team shut him down. But I think there's hope that the Raiders could turn around, so I think he's going to end up staying. Lamar's not going anywhere. And A.J. Brown, management's already saying, we're moving this dude. A.J. Brown's your answer.
All right, Ilo.
2 for 2.
2 words, contractual availability, A.J. Brown.
There you go.
Bam.
Spotty.
Spotty here playing for Matt_199 on the YouTube chat.
What up, Matt?
Also said A.J. Brown.
Yeah.
Man.
All right, he's clinched the point.
I also said A.J. Brown.
Wow.
And let's go a good 1, 2. How many people do we have on this? 6. Let's go 6 for 6. A.J. Brown.
Yeah.
Come on. That's obvious.
Paul, what a good start. You would have got the point either way. Congrats on getting that first round. Need 1 more to win. All right, round 2. Let's go to entertainment.
I don't blame him, by the way. Looking at Nick Sirianni's face every day. I'd want out of there, too. By the way, Nick Sirianni, if you grew up on the East Coast, he's the type of guy that if you were his pal, you'd probably be the coolest guy, but if he wasn't your pal, you'd look at him and be like, who is this guy?
If you grew up on the East Coast, you say Sirianni.
Sirianni. All right, let's go. Next one.
All right, entertainment category here. Which of these 3 is the worst actor?
Oh.
All right. Is Rich Davis
on there? He's
good one.
Steven Seagal,
Oh, God.
Megan Fox or Vin Diesel?
Oh, man.
This is a tough one.
Yeah, on a lot of the lists online, these three are back to back to back on the lists.
Man.
Steven Seagal, Megan Fox, or Vin Diesel?
All right.
I'm ready.
I think I got my answer.
Everybody locked in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Oh. Some of us having issues with our dry erase pens.
Guys,
All
it's,
right.
like one of three people.
I know. All right, Paul. Need your answer on the count of three. 1, 2, 3.
Steven Seagal.
Says Seagal. We're going to go in reverse order this time. Iowa Samuel, what say you?
I'm gonna take you to the bank, Senator Trent. To the blood bank.
Steven Seagal, if you couldn't tell.
Man,
I mean, he was in some good movies, but his movies now, not so great.
All right, let's move along.
Yeah.
Rich is offended. He loves Steven Seagal.
It's like Seagal doesn't even try.
Oh, Jesus.
I also put Steven Seagal. All right, Spotty.
All right, Matt agreed. Not only is he a horrible actor, but horrible runner. Steven Seagal.
Ilo.
Looks like during this segment, this actor has been under siege. Steven Seagal.
He's a winner. He's already a winner. He's already a winner. What'd you say, Rich?
Hold on. Mark for Death.
Oh, no.
Hard to Kill. Above the Law. Under Siege. Steven Seagal was such a part of our childhood. I'm ashamed of all of you. I love Steven Seagal. Remember, he was in a coma for 7 years and came out of it and beat up all the bad guys in Hard to Kill.
Yeah, he watched one of his own movies.
Megan Fox is too hot to ever insult.
Right.
And Vin Diesel's just a big meathead. Vin Diesel, worst actor. Anyone ever watch a movie saying, look at that guy act?
Does it matter what she looks like if she can't act at all?
Yes.
Vin Diesel was decent in Saving Private Ryan, and Boiler Room. He's got some acting chops, some.
And I was going to say that Steven Seagal was at least good on that Super Bowl commercial where he was balancing between two trucks, but I just remembered that was not Seagal, that was Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Jean-Claude Van Damme, yeah.
What did you say?
I said Steven Seagal, definitely.
All right, so Rich is the odd man out.
I love Steven Seagal.
Paul in North Carolina, congratulations. We are going to mail out one of these turbo footballs to you. Winner.
Congrats, buddy.
Could we play one more round for fun, Danny?
He clinched.
Let's do it.
You want to play for some koozies?
Yeah, we could throw extra koozie in.
A little ball in there.
You guys want to do? You want to do a lifestyle category or go back to sports?
Let's do lifestyle.
Okay.
Sports.
This is Fox Sports.
Paul the Winner wants sports. Are you going to listen to Paul the Winner?
I don't listen to anyone.
Matt,
My wife the other day gave me a big speech on how I need to listen better, so maybe I should.
It's just so salty right
We do have to do self-evaluations for the company right now.
I did. I gave myself all 10s.
I'm the best.
I'm the best there is.
I'm a perfect listener.
All right,
All right, here we go. Which of these car brands most represents luxury?
Oh.
Ooh. BMW, Range Rover, or Mercedes-Benz?
Oh. Right now?
Yeah.
Now.
Oh, that's tough.
Yep.
I think there's an obvious answer.
Do you?
Yeah.
All right, we're all going to lock our answers in.
I know what it's not.
I'm locked in.
All right.
Locked.
Pretty good.
Paul.
All right,
What do you got, Paul, for a koozie? CNR koozie.
2, 3.
So I'm a University of Georgia alumni, and we play a lot in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, so might as well go with Mercedes-Benz.
Okay, he says Mercedes Covino.
Out here in L.A., you see Benzes everywhere, and mostly women driving them, right? BMWs.
That's anecdotal. That's anecdotal, Steve.
I don't
Come
know.
on.
I got one. Hold on. When you see luxury and lavish people, it's always Range Rover.
All right.
Okay.
Rich Davis.
I'll tell you, this was tough, but I thought the obvious answer was Mercedes. I think I drive a BMW, and they're not that expensive.
Humble brag.
Yeah. No, like Range Rover, I feel like are pricey, and it's like a lot of hot moms in LA drive Range Rovers. Covino's right.
Yeah, pricey.
But Mercedes, though, I feel like
Yeah, but you can get an entry-level Mercedes. Range Rover is always expensive.
You need a Range Rover for the foothills. You got to get up in your, up there in the
hills.
This is hard for Ilo. Ilo's a Ford man. He's got a pimped-out, primered Pinto in the parking garage. What'd you say?
Well, actually, this is a true story. I'll make this quick. But back in the day, I was I was conned into going to one of these fancy Hollywood clubs, Sky Bar, and the valet line is Mercedes, BMW, Porsche, Lamborghini, and there I am in like a 99 Toyota Corolla. I get out of the car and I start singing, "They see me rolling in my Corolla." Nobody got it. But anyway, I digress. I'm going to go by the villain rule. Who's driving these cool cars as villains in movies? Range Rovers. They're the new Mercedes and BMWs.
You're right. Villains do drive Range Rovers.
Spotty.
Maddie went with Mercedes. It's no Porsche, but Mercedes. And shout out to actress Mercedes Rule.
There you go.
Well, I ended his run. I also said Range Rover.
Well,
and for fun, what'd you say, Sam?
I did say Mercedes. Pardon
So
me.
he was one short.
All right.
Paul, you got the football. Woo! Congratulations, man. Happy Friday.
Great questions.
Hey, thank you guys.
Yeah, thank
Go
you,
Bills.
Paul.
Go Bills.
Go Bills. All right, man. Enjoy the games, Paul. We appreciate you.
Yeah, we got a Bills fan.
Thank you guys. Go Bills, go Mets.
Well, let's go Mets. Bullshit.
Bills and Mets, and he's in North Carolina. He's all over
Look
the
at
place.
that. Probably a New Yorker that moved down there because New York is cold and expensive.
By the way, did you hear Rich say in the middle of the game he's going to buy his son a Bichette jersey? Like his son doesn't want a Kyle Tucker jersey. Give me a break.
No, I think my son's back. You know,
No, he's not.
We're going to be the Mets for West Hills baseball.
I think it's cute that you think he cares about
because
Bichette.
his Little League team, because his pony ball team is Mets, I think I'm pulling my son back. All right, let's go to Ilo for an update. And Ilo, do you mind if I tell you about a possible signing?
No, go ahead. Your name's on the show.
A guy that no one wants, former Dodger and Met. Apparently the White Sox might go after Michael Conforto. The White Sox, it's gotten that bad that the White Sox might be like, yeah, I guess we'll take him.
Stealing the Dodgers' thunder.
That had a nice stroke, though, man.
He did. Conforto had a good swing.
Yeah.
He couldn't put it together. But yeah, he might be a White Sox, they're saying.
In much less important Major League Baseball news.
Yes, Michael Conforto.
Sorry, Michael.
I used to call him Confarto. That guy stinks.
Good one, bro. Well, they might be working on that chant on the South Side soon. Anyway, Rich's New York Mets indeed signing two-time All-Star infielder Bo Bichette to a 3-year, $126 million deal. Phillies re-signing three-time All-Star catcher JT Realmuto, 3 years, $45 million. In the NFL, the Buffalo Bills activated defensive tackle Ed Oliver from injured reserve for tomorrow's game at Denver. Patriots Pro Bowl cornerback Christian Gonzalez cleared concussion protocol. He will play Sunday against Houston. The Texans, meanwhile, ruled out receivers Nico Collins and Justin Watson due to concussions. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers interviewed former Dolphins head coach Mike McDaniel for their head coaching job. Finally, Covino and Rich, we have a college basketball pizza update. Now, typically, college basketball teams have a post-game meal of things like pizza, wings, etc., delivered to their locker room. Well, after last night's home win over Villanova, UConn women's head coach Gino Auriemma was not pleased with the quality of the post-game pizza. Listen.
Just poured some red stuff on the box and called it pizza. Don't believe those signs when you come into Connecticut, pizza capital of the world. It's bull. We're going to get better pizza, promise you. I'll bring some for you guys to taste it. The good stuff, when we get the good stuff. Not the crap they're passing off as pizza now. No. Being Italian, no, sorry. Doesn't live up to the standards of UConn or the state of Connecticut. The pizza sucks. Every question you ask, I'm going to say the pizza sucks.
For their reaction and analysis, here are Connecticut Pizza Insiders, Covino and Rich. Guy?
Let me tell you, he's right.
I thought Connecticut was known for its good pizza.
Connecticut, no, that's what he's saying.
Yeah.
Connecticut,
the tri-state area,
New York, New Jersey, the pizza is just out of this world better than anywhere else in the country.
He got some bad stuff. Man.
Yeah, he's not lying.
When you get the bad, when you get the bad stuff. I'm with him, and we used to work with Gino at SNY in New York. Spot used to always enjoy his show. All right, well, listen, we'll be back with a little weekend hobnobbing. More next, Covino and Rich.
DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, makes every playoff feel bigger.
Every playoff moment's going to be big this weekend. We got 4 games, 4 divisional games. I'm loving all the dogs. I told you that. I love every single underdog this weekend. Put them together in a parlay. That's what I'm doing. DraftKings has your back with early exit protection. If your player is eligible in a prop bet, but he goes down anytime in the first half, you got protection. You get paid in cash. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use our code, CRSHOW.
That's code CRSHOW to turn $5 into $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. Connecticut, call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino in Kansas, wager tax pass-through may apply in Illinois. 21 plus in most states, void in Ontario. Restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio. Limited time offer.
Fernando Mendoza, he's all the buzz, especially this weekend.
I often wonder if we didn't do what we did, if we weren't on iHeart and Fox and all the things we do, would I be on social media as much? Do I use it as an excuse, like, well, it's for work, like, or would I just still be like scrolling? I don't know.
Oh man, it's killing our brains. Our attention spans is so bad. It's getting worse. And you have to ask yourself, when you're on and when you're posting, am I sharing or bragging? Right? Because you see a lot of bragging, but you're still watching and it's gross and then you hate yourself afterward. But this weekend, the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl, number 5 Oregon at number 1 Indiana, Fernando Mendoza is all the buzz. And he said this week that he has no social media. And I want to know, in today's world, when you see a young player who says everything right and seems so likable, when he says something like this, do you say, right on, man, I like him even more? Or do you think something else? Take a listen.
And keep it to my process and keep it to my routine and not change it too much. And also not really having social media. I only have LinkedIn and YouTube on my phone right now. It's really helped put things in perspective and keep all the opinions of in the building opinions. So I'm not online reading, oh, Fernando's great, Fernando sucks. I'm listening to what my quarterback coach, Coach Chandler Whitmer, says, and thinks, and what the quarterbacks in our room think. So that is where my focus is, and that's how I've been able to play my best football so far. And
first of all, can I get the obvious out of the way? I do want to applaud him.
Maturity.
For the maturity.
Wow.
Daring to be different, putting it down, having the restraint, the discipline, for being a great role model. I mean, he's so lovable, this kid. But at the same time, because what we're learning, Rich, as we mature, is that two things can be true, right? Yeah. So for as much as I commend him, and we do.
I do. That's, not being on social media when you're the starting quarterback, Heisman Trophy winner, with all the options in the world, and probably partnerships that want to do business with you, and they're like, oh, but you're not on social. Like, it's
how about just curiosity, right?
Yeah.
What are people saying? Who's interested in me?
He's a bigger man.
I do find it more odd being a young person to not have a social media footprint.
Yeah, I have some buddies that are younger, that are in the dating world, and if they bump into a girl and they tell a woman, yeah, I'm just not on social, that's like a red flag. Like, what do you mean you're not on social? Like, they think you're hiding something, like you're a serial killer.
I think it's an immediate red flag in today's world, because you don't have to use it, right? Because we tend to abuse it. But if you don't have a presence, if you don't have an Instagram, if you don't have a Facebook page, I understand TikTok may be too young, or Snapchat too young for some of you, but if you don't have it, it says that you're trying to hide something in a weird way. No, like people that I know that don't have these things makes me say, like I have an ex-girlfriend, seriously.
Who you running from?
Yeah, no, but I have one ex-girlfriend. You can't find her online.
She murdered someone.
No image search, no nothing, no social media. And it, you know what it says to me? What happened?
Never got over you.
Yeah, man, I must have really...
She gained 200 pounds just sitting there eating ice cream, thinking about Steve Covino.
I miss him. Ruined this poor woman.
I miss him.
No, but you know what? It says to me that she's hiding from something. She's running away from the world. And it might not mean that, but it does scream that if you think about it.
You know what I find funny? Did you hear what he said he does have? YouTube, so he does watch videos.
Yeah.
He said LinkedIn. What is he, applying for a job after college? Like, hey, Raiders, hold your pick. I have an interview with this accounting firm. LinkedIn?
Well, you know what's ironic about that?
Do you have a LinkedIn?
We're radio bozos for a living. I don't have a LinkedIn. I have everything else. I don't have a LinkedIn, which is ironic about the whole thing, because he has one. And what's he using it for? I don't know. To connect, I guess. But yeah, maybe endorsement deals could go through that. But he's got agents for that and people guiding him the right way. You know, what does it say to you when you meet someone in today's world if they have no social media? Does it matter how old they are?
Can we break down the different social medias real quick?
Yeah, I think we should. And I do think it matters how old they are because I do see a pushback of kids. You know how kids are like, we don't go to Facebook because they think that's for old people. They're trying to put it down a little bit more and live life. They want more memories. They want more tangible. They want more substance. They're at least trying because they know that something's not right with the way we're living now.
Friday.
Today's Friday. Yo.
Covino and Rich live from the Fox Sports Radio studio.
Yep.
Thank you guys for hanging out and chiming in live on YouTube. Covino and Rich FSR. Show sponsored by DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL and NBA. And right now, use promo code CRSHOW to claim your special offer at DraftKings. Again, that's promo code CRSHOW at DraftKings. The crown is yours.
And facing a peak season, looking for a new team member, Workforce Solutions from Express Employment Professionals makes hiring easier. Visit expresspros.com. Find an office near you. Hire smarter and faster. Now it's time for our Express Pros Pro of the Week. Now listen.
Is it Bald Wemby?
That's my belly.
I'd like to say after tomorrow it's Brock Purdy, but we're not there yet. I'd like to say Bichette, because he's on my Mets, but it's got to be Kyle Tucker. Guy gets $60 million a year.
Kyle Tucker had 3 more home runs and 1 more RBI than Volpe, who's making $3.4 million this year.
I mean,
you're able to squeeze $60 million out of the Dodgers and play for a winner. Good for you. You're the pro of the week.
I mean, I'm not saying I thought it was going to be half of that, but I thought Tucker was in the $40 to $50 million range.
$20 million more than Judge? You're going to tell me that guy's that much better? You're going to tell me he's anywhere near Judge?
No,
sorry.
He's not. But
$60 million a year?
All right,
he's the coolest guy on the planet.
Let's get into it. Weekend hobnobbing.
Living for the weekend.
Your winning bets for talking points if you get stuck socializing.
You ever done anything dangerous?
You ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight?
That is dangerous.
Friday brings us Weekend Hobnob.
All right, I'll kick it off. I'll make it snappy. It's Friendship Reunited in an action movie, The Rip on Netflix with Ben Affleck and Matt Damon, bro.
What did you call him? Ben what?
Affleck.
Oh.
Yeah, so they're back together. Why not check it out on Netflix? The Rip.
The Rip.
And I got to finish King of Collectibles with Ken Golden. I love that weirdo. I love that show. If you like collectibles, you may have slept on or missed season 3. I think it came out during the holidays, around the holidays. Season 3 is out. If you like memorabilia, collectibles, Ken Golden's doing his thing. That's on Netflix as well. So I got to finish that probably this weekend. And aside from all the football we've been talking about, Overpromised, our bonus pod, is available on our YouTube page right here, Covino and Rich FSR. Brand new episode dropped yesterday. It's our bonus show, things that we can't fit on this show. We talked about chopplegangers. What are chopplegangers in sports? We talk about it. Plus, we brought back They Might Be Ass, and we gave you Rich's picks on Overpromise yesterday.
There's a new Kill Tony special on Netflix if you like Kill Tony and Timmy No Breaks. So some new Kill Tony. Spot turned me on to the show, and a couple other friends said, you got to watch His and Hers. I'm up to the finale.
John Bernthal?
It's 6 parts. Bro. John Bernthal. Spot, when I get home
gets
tonight.
Better?
Bro.
What? Is that good?
Bro.
Really?
Bro.
Wow. It's like 7 bros.
It's like the bro.
Is that good?
I don't want to give it away.
Take it easy.
Yeah.
Hey,
geez.
Spot.
Bro.
I've watched 5 of the 6 episodes, and I'm anxious to watch the 6th one tonight when the kids go to bed. It's
That
really
good.
It's really good. You like Bernthal, right?
I like Bernthal.
You don't like Bernthal? Get out of here. Did we watch Love is Blind Germany? I feel like I need a trash show, and people are like, check it out. Yeah.
Why would I watch that?
I don't know. You watch
The
dumb
Germans.
stuff all the time.
Yeah.
The Germans.
The Germans. Yo, our buddy Rob hit us up. He goes, if you're watching the Rams game this weekend, which we all are, did you see this wild Sean McVay fun fact? That he has coached 15 postseason games, and they're all against different teams.
I did see that.
How is that possible?
That is insane. I didn't see that.
That's wild. So, of course, a lot of NFL this weekend. Anything else you guys are checking out or what?
Yeah, there's a prequel to the Game of Thrones. If you're a Game of Thrones fan, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms is premiering January 18th, a Sunday on HBO. That should be cool. And, of course, I'm looking forward to not only the NFL playoff games, but how about the national championship game in Miami coming up on Monday? Can't wait to get to that.
That's, you know what? Add that to the list of stuff you got to watch. What's this show on HBO that I see trending? Like gay hockey players?
Oh, heated rivalry? Are you kidding?
The buzz of social media, like this is like controversial. So, hey, if you want to watch that, that's on HBO Max.
When I'm alone at home.
I bet
on Saturday nights.
All right, well, enjoy your weekend. So much football, so much fun. Love hanging with you guys. A true pleasure. And we'll see you back here on Monday.
Yeah, we'll be talking all about it come Monday.
Go 49ers. Cody Bellinger to the Mets, too? Come on, let's do that. All right, we'll see you guys. Arrivederci, baby.
We'll see you in the promised land. Have a great weekend.
Let's go. Woo!